Cooksy Mob, what's up? I'm back. Yes, I thought I was done with this topic. I thought we could move on. I was going to check in with Brennan Schofied in a few weeks and see where it's at. And then I click on to RacerX. You know, I read all the other media. I read all the media outlets and just see what they say. And I was really curious to see how they would spin this whole Deegan's bike got claimed deal. Well, Davey Coombs did his best, but boy, he's going to come off with some real egg on his face after this one. So anyway, guys, thank you to everyone that subscribes. This channel is blowing up. As you know, I get the right info. I had the right info from Jump Street here on this whole thing. They called me a liar. They said this, that. Well, now it all comes out. I had it dead on. They're still trying to spin it. It blows me away. But anyway, guys, if you're out of shape or you want to get in shape, hit up Coach Rob at Complete Racing Solutions. If you want your garage done up really badass, hit up epicgaragedesigns.com. And if you got a UTV and you want some badass stuff, hit up Revolution Off-Road. So, all right, guys, let's get into this.
I'm in the empire business.
Everybody love everybody!
You all know exactly who I am.
All right, guys, so I'm going to read it directly off the RacerX website, and I'll also put it up here so you can see it, so I'm not making it up. The implication seems to be that Tim brought the claimant, Brennan Schofied, into the office trailer alone with Brian Deegan. And Deegan asked Schofied why he was making the claim, which Brennan had every right as a participant in the race who followed the AMA rules, which states that any bike in a race can be claimed by another rider in that race for double the MSRP. In an interview on YouTube, Schofied said that they were alone in the office trailer, Cotter, Deegan, and himself, but the AMA's Mike Burkeen was also in the room, as it serves as Tim's office, my office, and the AMA's office. No one was threatened or bullied by Tim Cotter nor the AMA, and the meeting was about 5 minutes long, not a half an hour. Yeah, that sounds suspicious, guys, because what he's referring to, if you listen to Brennan's interview, is the first time he was in the office, when he was just paying. This isn't the last when they pulled him aside. I'm sorry, guys, but I'm going to go ahead and side with Brennan. He's got nothing to gain. Like, why would he make that up? That Tim Cotter, and it sounds like that's exactly what happened. So I'm going to go ahead and play you Brennan's side of that, and you tell me what sounds more plausible.
Tim Cotter and Brian Deegan pull me into a separate room in the building with nobody else in there. And I was just walked in. Brian Deegan was standing there. I was like, hey. He was like, so why are you doing this? I said, I just want the bike. He said, yeah, but why? And I was like, I want the bike. I want to ride it. I want to test it. I want to see what a factory start racing Yamaha bike is. Who doesn't want to see what that's like as a kid racing? That's everybody's dream, is to ride a factory bike, you know?
Sure.
So I told him that, and he was pretty mad. And I told him, I was like, I understand that you're mad. I'd be mad, you know? He said, well, I didn't know this was a rule. So me thinking, you know, like, okay, he doesn't know it's a rule. How does he know any rule?
Yeah.
If he doesn't know this is a rule, he hasn't read a rule book, apparently.
Yeah.
So that's what I was thinking in my head. I never said that to him, but I was just kind of like, okay, that doesn't matter if you know it's a rule or not. You should read the rule book, like whatever. So he was like, so are you trying to defame us from YouTube? And I said, no, I'm not trying to defame anybody. I'm not trying to do anything. Like, I know this is going to startle some people, make people mad. I'm just a kid. I just want a star bike, a factory bike to ride it. I was like, who doesn't? And for MSRP times 2, I said, I worked my ass off since March to get this money. And this is what I'm going to do. And I'm doing it. And Tim Cotter was just sitting there, and he was just, you know, just sitting there watching us talk. And then he was like, so why are you doing it? Who's behind it? And I said, I'm behind it. Okay, so why are you doing it? I said, I just want to ride the bike. I want to test the bike. I said, I might do YouTube videos on it. I might test it. I might show people. I might do part 1, part 2, part 3, take the bike down, do this, do that. I can do anything I want to, because it's going to be my bike. I'm buying the bike. It's an AMA rule stating that I can do it. So I can do whatever I want. That's none of their business. And over, they just both kept asking me, like, who's behind it? Whose money? why are you doing this? And I told him every time, like, this is why I'm doing it. It's my money. I'm the one who made the money. So it was probably like 30 minutes in there. I leave, get in my golf cart, go back to my camper.
And then the other thing that Brian Deegan said was that he didn't know that was a rule. That's funny. How come I've talked to multiple other parents who've been around and raced against the Deegans as he threatened to buy all their bikes. He's been very loose with the rules. Haiden was disqualified at Oak Hill for having a big bore in the 50 class. Racers cheat. That's no problem. That I don't have an issue with. Listen, I would run a big bore. I would do some stuff. That's not the question. Racers cheat. Racers push limits. What I have a personal exception with is the way this kid's treated. You do not, when you get caught with your hand in the cookie jar and somebody nails you on the rules, hand over the bike. If you put factory equipment, you lose it. That's it. Nothing else. End of story. You lost. Checkmate. Don't go dirty and contact Yamaha Canada and all these other things that were alleged that happened. I'm going to go ahead and say they probably did. I don't know for fact, but what they're all alleging and what Brennan's saying happened, I'm going to go with, I've heard it from multiple different sources, so chances are it's right. And the truth usually does come out in the end. And it sounds like it's coming out quick on this one. So anyway, guys, I hope I don't have to talk about this much more. I don't know where it goes next, but the cover-up is 100 times worse than the crime on this one. Crime being they brought a bike they probably shouldn't have to Loretta's. It got claimed. Rather than give the bike up, they have gone to great lengths and made it 100 times worse than it ever would have been if they just gave up the bike. If they're smart, if you're that much into it, give the kid the bike. Maybe back channel and buy it back from him for 100 grand. He'd probably sell it to you. So, yeah, you guys, PR management, whoever's involved, you guys screwed the pooch royally. And stop bullying kids. If the rule says, the rule says. If you get caught, you get caught. You got busted. Deal with it.